one that gave zakat even while he prayed? And who is the one that knew the risk, but in Prophet's bed he still laid? And who is the one that taught his enemy's child to honor thy parents continually? And who is the one foretold in Allah's book to have authority after?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين. I seek refuge in Allah from the rejected Satan. With the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. All praises for Allah, the Lord and sustainer of all the worlds. And blessings of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad and his purified descendants. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon all of you and Allah's mercy and blessings. Welcome all of you to an historic event in which we inaugurate the building of an Islamic center in the 5th Ward of Houston, Texas. I thank you all for coming and being here with us, being here to witness this groundbreaking ceremony, which will inshallah forever be in the hearts of this local community. Volunteer, inshallah, and serve this masjid. Any other further questions, inshallah, we'll be happy to answer this for you after this program. I would now like to invite Haji Salim Smith come forward and to present to us the groundbreaking ceremony. Salawat.
Okay. Inshallah, we'll ask you to, and then we ask the Board of Trustees to stand on the side of Maulana in front of the shovels, inshallah. And then Maulana, if you will, you can just bless us with a dua, inshallah.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الحمد لله رب العالمين صلوات الله.
Inshallah, I would like in the next step of the groundbreaking ceremony, we ask that Haji Hassan Abdul Kareem come up and cut the ribbon on behalf of his grandfather, Sheikh Mujahid Abdul Kareem, the national president of Sacred House of Islam Incorporated, which is the national organization that this masjid is organized under. So since our national president, Sheikh Mujahid, cannot be here today, we ask that his grandson cut the ribbon to symbolize the beginning of this historic new construction of the first masjid in the 5th Ward of Houston. So inshallah, we'll be cut the ribbon. Now, on the behalf of Al-Rasul community of Watts, Los Angeles, and on behalf of the future communities here in this 5th Ward and throughout the United States, we ask that Haji Hassan shake some Zamzam water upon this land to symbolize the purification of this land solely for the pleasure and service of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
That gave zakat even while he prayed. And who is the one that knew the risk, but in Prophet's bed he still lay?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Now, on behalf of the members of this community and all our supporters here in Houston and throughout the United States, we ask that Haji Hassan shake some dust of Kabbalah to commemorate the tragic events and lessons of Ashura, and to symbolize that the concept of every day is Ashura and every land is Kabbalah. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein. Labbaik Ya Hussein.
Shaheed,
Imam Hussein,
Labbaik Ya
Imam
Hussein.
Hussein,
Ya Habib,
Imam Hussein,
Ya Ibn Ali,
Imam Hussein,
Ya Shaheed,
Imam Hussein,
Ya Wali,
Imam Hussein,
Ya Habib,
Imam Hussein,
Ya Ibn Ali.
Imam
Now,
Hussein.
the final step is to break the ground with our shovel, which symbolizes all the hard work and support it would take to build this masjid and this community. Now I ask the trustees and the Maulana to place the right foot on top of the shovel and dig the earth as a symbol of serving others for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Finally, last but not least, for those of you in the audience that would like to also participate in this groundbreaking ceremony, we ask that all of you come up 5 at a time and take turns digging the earth as part of this historic groundbreaking ceremony. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Until that day we continue to fight for our Shaheed. Ya Wali, Ya Habib, Ya Ibn Ali, Ya Shaheed, Ya Wali, Ya Habib, Ya Ibn Ali, Ya Shaheed, Ya Wali, Ya Habib, Ya Ibn Ali. Who is the one that gave the cat even while he prayed? And who is the one that knew the risk, but in the prophet's bed is too late? And who is the one that taught his his child to honor thy parents continually? And who is the one foretold in Allah's book to have authority after prophecy? First among the first, the last among the last. sanctity. Always be my wali, yes, I promise you, Habibi. Ali.
Okay, inshallah, we're going to conclude, inshallah, with the ziyarah followed by dua. I'd like to invite our brother Haji Adi Jafri to come up, inshallah, to recite the ziyarah. Ali Jafri.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد. I just want to start by thanking the organizers for giving me this honor to speak at such an auspicious occasion. I'm just going to briefly recite from Ziyarat al-Shura. Imam Khomeini once said, everything that we have is from Sayyid al-Shuhada, from Karbala. So even in this auspicious occasion, we need to take a moment to remember Imam Hussein alayhi salam and his sacrifice and his stance against oppression and in support for the oppressed. And this lesson is what's going to give this movement strength, inshallah. I'm just going to read the beginning of Ziyarat al-Shura and then the end. Inshallah, y'all can read along together with me. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله السلام عليك يا ابن رسول الله السلام عليك يا ابن أمير المؤمنين وابن سيد الوسيمين السلام عليك يا ابن فاطمة السيدة نساء العالمين السلام عليك يا خيرة الله وابن خيرته السلام عليك يا ثار الله وابن ثاره والوتر الموتور السلام عليك وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليكم مني جميعا سلام الله عبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار. Just read the translation briefly. It says, peace be on you, O Abu Abdullah, peace be on you, O son of the Apostle of God. Peace be on you, O son of the Commander of the Faithful. Peace be on you, O son of Fatima, the choicest amongst the women of the world. Peace be on you, O the select, surpassing, chosen in preference over all good of God, and the son of God's good creature. Peace be on you, who was martyred while fighting heroically in the cause of God, son of God's fearless warrior. You were isolated and you had been attacked with a vengeance. Peace be on you and on those souls who had gathered in your camp and strode along with you in your journey. I pray and I invoke God to keep all of you tranquil and restful forever, so far as I am alive. This is my prayer, until the nights and the day follow each other. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك عليكم مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعل الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين.
I'd like to now invite a phenomenal sheikh who has blessed us on these 10 nights of Muharram with his majalis. I would like to invite Maulana Sheikh Ahmed Hanif to speak to the community. Salawat.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين بارئ الخلائق أجمعين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله وحبيبه وسفيره أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. It is very interesting and very logical even that you would have a masjid like this today being established in a neighborhood where we are dealing with here the forgotten, the marginalized, because this is exactly where Islam spreads, and this has been so from the time of Prophet Noah up to this time, that the people who follow the prophets were never the rich, were never the powerful. The people who follow the prophets were always the people who were the deprived, were always the people who are the bottom of the barrel. And it is in following these prophets that the religion lifted them up and made them powerhouses and made them people who could influence the rest of society. It is not a mistake that a masjid like this will be established in a place like this, in a black neighborhood. As we see in the history of the spread of Islam in North America and in South America, we find that among the African Americans, whether it be a North American African or a South American African, that they have a special gravitation towards Islam. And that's why they are afraid of Islam. Because when the African American embraces Islam, he's going to bring everybody into Islam, because he reflects the passion and the call of Bilal al-Habashi. Give salawat to the Holy Prophet Muhammad and his family. So it is highly strategic. It is very strategic for us to start establishing masajid and Islamic centers in places like this. How do Salman al-Farsi and Bilal come together in a place like this? But when you look around, you find there's a lot of people who need help here. There's a lot of people who here, for example, their children would need help in school. The people here would need investment. The people here would need to, for example, get into partnerships with our Asian brothers in establishing stores, in establishing institutions, in establishing businesses and so forth, where we could empower our brothers. And isn't that what we did? Is that what the Muslims did when they moved to Medina? Okay, the people from Mecca, they didn't have much. They were muhajirun, they were refugees. Okay, what they did was they stretched their hands out to each other, and the Medinans helped the Meccans, and the Meccans helped the Medinans. So this is an opportunity for a collective investment in establishing an Islamic base in this society, an Islamic alternative to poverty, to deprivation, and to coming out from the area of being forgotten in this society. And indeed, it is only Islam, that can bring African people out of poverty and out of being forgotten. It is only Islam. So inshallah, we hope that this groundbreaking, this masjid that will be erected here, becomes an opportunity for us to be able to put the Islam into the heart of the Rome of the 21st century.